Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel, Nia's Diary, and today we're going to talk about 10 ways to succeed as a bio major. Okay, so number one, please go to class. That is the most important thing. You cannot learn if you're in your bed sleeping. I know college can be stressful and you would like to stay in your bed because some mornings I'm just like, I can't do it. But you have to remember your GPA, your future goals. So make sure you go to class because, especially with biology, the lessons go really fast. So if you're not there, you may miss like 2 chapters or a chapter and you're behind. And once you're behind, it's hard to catch up. You have to learn new chapters. So first things, go to class. I promise it will help you. And attendance here in college, attendance is part of your grades. So if you're not there, it's normally like 10%. So 10% could really make a big difference in the end when you're trying to get A instead of A minus. So make sure you're there, okay? Okay, number two. Okay, read prior to class. Before coming to college, this is something I did not do, but now, like as a junior, I have learned that you have to read before class because if you have an idea of what the teacher's talking about, then you won't be lost in class, and then it will help you when you're studying because you will have prior knowledge. So I would say read before you get to class. You don't even have to read the whole entire chapter, but just like look at the figures and have an idea what's going on because it will help you and your GPA will be thanking you. Also, another thing, it's important to read before class because if you have any questions that aren't clear, you can answer them right there in class, so you will understand. Like as you go through each chapter, you will have a good understanding of each chapter. So when it comes down to the day before the test, you won't be learning each chapter over again. Like you will have answered questions that you weren't clear about, so you could just review. And the night before the test, you could just get a good night's rest instead of pulling an all-nighter. Because I know pulling all-nighters, you crash and it's not good. It's really not good for your health. So yes, read before class and it'll help you a lot. Number 3. Okay, so make sure you go to your teacher's office hours. This is very important in college because if you want a teacher to help you, you need to make sure they know your face, know your name, because they can't help a stranger. And if you show up at the end trying to ask for help, they're not going to help you because there were students coming every week to their office trying to get help, showing that they're willing to learn. So you need to get there. You need to go there throughout the whole entire semester so you form a relationship with your teachers. And also, this is good because when you're applying for grad schools, it's important to have recommendations. When you're trying to do summer programs, you're going to need these same teachers to write you recommendations. So I will recommend to go to your teacher's office hours. Okay, so number 4. Yeah, 4. Okay, so making sure when you leave your class and you come home, make sure you stay off social media and like this, do your homework while you're in the school mode. Because I know personally I love to get on Instagram and I like get distracted for like 2 hours. But if I came home and went straight to my work, then I'll be able to I'll be still in that school mode. So I would say after class, come and copy your notes. Because even though it may be time consuming, it will help you in the long run because it's like you're regurgitating the information that you have learned today or that day. So it will help you study for the test. So number 4, after class, take notes. Not take note, rewrite your notes that you took in class. Number 5. Okay. Number 5, make sure you form a study group. You cannot do biology or survive through college by yourself. Like you need people because you learn from people. There's some strong points I have, some of my friends have other strong points, and when we're all together, we're able to bounce ideas off each other. So I think that's very important. So make sure you form a group that you know you are productive with because you're gonna need them throughout college. Because in life you can't do nothing by yourself. So this is practice right now. If you're trying to go to medical school, you cannot survive by yourself. You have to have a group of people helping you because the information can get hard and you can't process everything by yourself. So make sure you find a study group. Number 6, practice, practice, practice. Practice makes perfect. So what I mean is go in the textbook, do problems. Set aside 30 minutes a day to go over problems, because if you don't practice, you're not going to succeed in the class. It's like practicing for a 7-mile race the night before. That's impossible. So you need to practice so you could condition your body and your brain to like know how to approach certain questions. So when the night before comes, you could just go through all the questions that you know, and it should be easy by then because you have practiced so long. It should be second nature at that point. So I would say practice because it really does help. Please practice and don't procrastinate. Actually, that touches on my number 7, which is do not procrastinate. In college, it's so easy to procrastinate. You have so much stuff going on, so many activities, so much stuff you can do. I know. I'm always procrastinating, but I'm telling y'all, don't do it, because when I do, I be crying. I be crying for real. So it's not good. If you're trying to memorize this stuff, well, no, not memorize. If you're trying to learn this information from medical school and stuff, you're going to need to know it for a long time. So cramming the night before is only going to allow you to remember it for a short term. So I would say make sure you don't procrastinate when studying, because you need to be able to remember this information for grad school, medical school, whatever profession you try to go into. So study alone because it will help you. I wish I did this since freshman year, but you know, I mean, I'm doing well in school, but I wish I had developed better study habits earlier. Number 8. Okay, so in biology, everything builds on each other. So when you take a class, don't just take the class to get an A. Make sure you take the class to actually learn, because you're going to have to make connections when you get to different classes. So I would say number 8 would be make connections. When you make connections, it allows you to become a better biologist, because you could think from different perspectives. So I would say, yes, don't forget information you have learned. Like I said, don't cram, because if you cram, you can't remember the information you learned to make connections when you get to higher level biology classes, because everything comes back. Even in physics, biology is still used. So make sure you always remember the lessons you learned, because it will come back. Number 9 is have a study schedule. I kind of touched on that earlier when I said have 30 minutes a day to study. So make a study schedule, because it's very important. Time management in college is a skill you're going to have to learn. And it's really good for life, because you're going to have so many things going on. If you're very involved, you will have a lot of stuff going on. So if you have a schedule in which you should study each subject, everything will go smoother. You won't miss assignments. You will be right on top of your game. You'll be able to keep up and won't be lost in the class. So I would say please create a study schedule. If you guys want me to make a video on how to make a study schedule, please let me know and comment below, and I'll do so. Yes, so I know I'm a bonder, so I have to do 10 hours of community service a week. So, and I work on campus, so I know like I have certain days where I do certain homework, because if I didn't have that, I would be behind, because I have so much going on. To be honest, I'd be so tired, y'all. I'd be so tired. But you know, you gotta do what you gotta do in life. If you want to be successful, you're gonna always have things going on. So you have to know how to balance everything. So that's one thing I'm learning right now. It's hard, but you know, it'll be worth it, man. Okay, so my number 10 is memorization. That's the ultimate thing in biology. In biology, you have just different processes and not cell cycles, but cycles that you have to know. You have to know how to memorize. Memorize to learn, but you also have to memorize to like survive in biology. If you're not a good person, if you're not good at memorization, it can be a little challenging, to be honest. Like, that's one of my strong skills. I can say I can memorize stuff really well. So I would say practice that skill, because you will need it to survive as a biology major. Yes, so those are my 10 ways to be successful as a biology major, and I hope that was helpful to anybody out there who was considering being a biology major. If you like this video, please thumbs up, subscribe, watch my other videos. Tell me what you guys would love to see, and I'll do videos on that. And on that note, see you guys later. Tomorrow ain't really guaranteed. So many days I thought of you.